It's important for you to be disciplined. It's important for you to throw motivation out the window. But what does that actually look like for me today? What are those things that can be an aid in moving me along on the track of discipline, where we remember the structures and systems that we've set in place to also help us and remind us when we need to do something. I love being intentional about my time, about my life. I've always hoped that I can continue to grow and get better and maximize that. But for the longest time, it felt really heavy. It felt really weighty, where I felt like there's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to polish. I just feel like I need somebody. I need something. I need like a personal assistant to help me, push me along on that path. Just remind me, just help me offload some of the things I had in mind. So for the longest time, I struggled to actually do because I was trying to carry everything mentally until I started maximizing technology, because there's so many things out there that are actually built for your productivity in mind, for your structures in mind, for your systems. It can work so well hand in hand with you to help you stay committed to what you're trying to achieve daily. So here are 4 apps that help me stay organized with life and help me manage the systems and structures that I desire to commit to. The first app that I love so dearly is the reminder app on my phone. I've got an iPhone, so this reminder app comes with the phone, I believe. I think it comes already downloaded. If not, you can always get it from the App Store for free. I love the reminder app so much. It can do so much. I don't even think I'm using it to the best of its ability. It basically does what it says. It reminds you of the things that you need to do. I use this for my tasks. I use this for my list more so. It's really good for to-do lists, for ticking things off, for making lists and making sure that you're sticking by them. And it can also obviously remind you of the things that you need to do. You can set reminders by location. So say if you're going to the shop and you need to remember that you must buy onions, then you can set that when I get to this location, remind me to buy onions. So these reminders are like smart reminders, and I think they are so useful in actually working alongside your timing, your location. You can customize the names, you can customize the list, you can customize the color so that things are easily identifiable. I love the efficiency that the reminder app provides. It definitely was created with your productivity in mind. I mainly use this to sort out my groceries and like shopping, all things to do with shopping. I find it really good for like an intelligent grocery shopping system. I also use it to digitally plan my to-do lists per day. So I have like a reminder list for every day in the week that is constant. And then if there's anything that I want to remember specifically on a Wednesday at a particular time, I'll put it under the Wednesday tab, and it kind of reminds me. You can also kind of do this with your calendar, but I just love the way the reminder app does it for me. And another thing that I love is that you can also share and collaborate on the reminder app. So whether that's with your friends or with other people that you're working on a project with, or with your partner, I can easily collaborate on the grocery list or, our to-do list. You can easily share that, collaborate, invite them, and let everybody, tick off together. And you can, kind of manage your tasks as you go along. I've not tried this before, but apparently you can also use it with Siri or ask Siri to remind you of what you've already put in your reminder. I definitely need to utilize that more. And one thing I really want to try utilizing it for is relationship management. So there's this thing I do on my calendar that I think I can move to my reminder app, where I manage the people I need to call, people I need to text, I need to check up on. And there's some people in your network that you're checking up occasionally. And sometimes I just can't remember the facts. I like to remember, little details about people. And it's really easy for life to just throw that away after a call, after a text, after checking up. So I really want to try putting my call scheduling and my texting scheduling on my reminder app, and then having like a summary of the call or the text or the catch up, whatever format it took, and having like key points on there so that when it reminds me of the next time I need to check up on this person, I have like what we talked about before, and like the things maybe they wanted me to pray about, the things I want to be reminded of regarding them, so that my checking up is effective. And it I am being intentional, but it looks like, oh, this person remembers this thing about me. This person remembers what I told them. You're able to check up on things. So I really want to implement that with the reminder app. I think that would be, like, it's sexy. It's amazing when things just flow and just work, and systems just, when technology aligns with, it sends shivers down my spine. The next app I use religiously, if somebody mistakenly deletes this app, I think I'll be finished. I'll actually be finished. And that is none other than my digital brain, the Note app, the iPhone Notes app. Guys, these apps are all free. Oof. I don't know. It's just a plain notes, but honestly, it's like my digital brain. I use it to capture all of my ideas. I use it to capture my thoughts. I use it to organize. I do love writing, but my writing is very like, daily and very scattered. I just like to, put pen to paper sometimes, but my notes is organized. Okay, I use it for my church notes. Obviously, I use it for my systems. You can have folders. You can have mini folders. You can lock folders. What else can you do? If you're trying to find stuff, you can, search for it quite easily by using hashtags or just type in a word that, you remember it's definitely been associated with that note and it would come up. I have notes from years ago, guys. I have notes and it's really cool to be able to read back up on them. But yes, this is like my digital brain. I use this to just dump everything. It just helps me capture and I'm able to find things easy. I do want to maybe elevate to maybe things like Notion. I haven't yet prioritized using Notion in my life, but I think that would also be really amazing once I'm ready to, put in that effort. But my notes app it does the basics of just capturing, of just, being organized. I can do PDFs from there. I can do my tables. I could just take notes and I don't have to like carry all of that in my head. I could just dump it in my notes app. So I really love it for that. And I can also collaborate and share on the notes app as well, which is really, really good. The next app is my calendar app. Now, this is not just the calendar app that's on my phone, although I do think that app is also quite effective. I don't know why I never really fell in love with it. I think for this one, it's a calendar by Riddle. I think it's also owned by Apple, but this app, I saw it on someone's phone randomly at work a couple of years ago, and I just loved how colorful it was. Like her calendar was just really eye-catching. And I was like, I need to just be able to get into my calendar and just see everything, like a bird's eye view of the month. So I use the months feature most times to be able to see what is happening. You can customize your views by, by day, by lists, by a week, but I usually use the month setting because I can then see, I color code my events, I color code my appointments, I color code, things that I want to know when they happen. So when I go into my calendar, I can just have a bird's eye view of everything. It's really good. It's just where I manage everything that requires a specific time, or I'm trying to track things in the past that have happened at a specific time. It's really good for that. And I love that it can also handle my recurring events. So things I have to do regularly, things that are happening often, things that I need to remember every week, every 2 weeks, every month, every 3 months. I'm able to, schedule that based on that timing. I think you can also achieve the same with the reminder. But again, I like to just go into the app and just see. And the great thing about this is that it's linked to all my other calendars. So it's like my one-stop shop to kind of get the gist of, what's going on. And it's usually true to schedule. So this is really good because I schedule everything. I try to schedule everything because I'm not going to remember. And it's always going to remind me 15 minutes before. You can always amend the time that it reminds you before you need to do something or when something's coming up. And you can put notes as well in. You can put your location as, the normal calendar works. Whatever calendar, you don't have to use this calendar. I just really love the way it looks. I love the way it's, customizable. And that's the one I ended up paying for the pro version. I don't think I had to be honest. It gave me access to things like tasks within the day that you can tick off. I've not maximized that yet because I have other means of doing that, but the pro version is available. But I think you can achieve this with most calendars. You don't have to use the calendar by Riddle, but I really love it. There's another calendar called Schedule. I recently just got this one. Different calendars offer different styles. This one was more for like ticking things off. You can't really see what's happening, per day in the month. It's more like, the to-do list like for the day. So I've not really gotten into this one yet. So that's how calendars can differ. One can be just, focus on, the to-do kind of things for per day. But the calendar by Riddle kind of gives you a bit of everything. But I just love the way that I can just, see my calendar and just see clearly that on the 17th, I need to call this person. On the 10th, I need to wash this. It's just really easy for me to see. And the final app that I love is not specific to this app because I think a lot of different apps do it, but it's just bank apps that allow you to create pots and to create like sections for your money. I love this because it helps me to visually see what money is actually available, because it's easy to just have the lump sum, but then to kind of know that, okay, these are the important areas that I've established that I want to save towards, like my sinking fund, put money towards, rather than, trying to remember that, oh, I said I was going to do that. But I can see that, okay, this is my sinking fund for a car. This is my sinking fund for that holiday. This is my sinking fund for a gift. And it's, all embedded in my account. I use the Monzo. There's also the Revolut one I know that's available. I don't know if the big banks do it. I would assume they do, but I don't use it for like my major banks. I've not seen it to be like an easy option in things like Barclays and stuff. But in like the digital banks like Monzo, they make it quite easy and known that that's possible. So I love that I'm able to do that with that and just manage my money a lot more effectively and see the growth in that. You can lock the accounts as well, easy access, or have an access at a certain point. I think some also offer some sort of interest rates as well. So that's an app that I love for my finances. Another app that I really want to try under the financial category is Snoop. I've downloaded it for a while, but I've not had the opportunity to really explore it and set it up. But basically, I would love like an oversight of my finances where it has all my cards, all my spending habits, and, being able to tell me, what's happening where. That would be like my next level. So I'm looking forward to establishing something there. But yeah, these are the 4 apps that I cannot live without at the moment. I think these are just, pure basic levels where you can get started. You don't have to spend money. If you don't have an iPhone, I'm sure Android have equivalents of these. You just need to be able to search it up and search up YouTube videos, search up the internet on how can I maximize this app that I have on my phone. And then if you're leveling up to things like Notion or Excel or, other apps that are there to help you, there's so many out there. People are creating, people are creatives and helping us, manage our life, our systems, our structures better. I'm on the journey of just sharpening that for me and finding out new things, new ways I can use my current apps, new apps that I can try to manage my life better. So if you have any suggestions of some of your favorite apps that you can't live without, that pertains to your productivity and to your systems and to your structure, please let me know in the comments below. I will be taking notes. And if I find out new ways on how to use these apps, I'll be sure to come back and let you know. And because we don't gatekeep over here, click the share button to someone that you know needs this, someone that you know needs to manage their time better, someone that you know needs an offload from their mental tabs and mental structures and mental systems. Send this to them. They are going to love it. And if you loved it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But until then, you can check out more videos on this channel for videos like this and more. Until next time, do take care, and I'll see you in my next video.